Hey guys, it's prom night, and I've got my tissues. So, this was a long time coming. Let's start on Mighty Number 9. Oh boy, what a reputation this game has garnered. Going from hot to cold and everywhere in between. This game just... Okay, when it was first announced, we were in that period where everyone had turned against Capcom for canceling Mega Man Legends 3, for not releasing any new Mega Man games in quite a while. Everyone had convinced themselves that Capcom had abandoned the franchise, and so the people's feelings toward Capcom were at an all-time low at the time. At this point, Keiji Inafune, one of the original creators of the Mega Man franchise, who had left Capcom back in 2010, he started his own studio, Concept, and he came forth and started and announced the Kickstarter for this game, Mighty Number 9, intended to be like the spiritual successor to Mega Man. Everyone was excited as hell for it. Right off the bat, this game smashed Kickstarter records at the time. It met its goal in less than 24 hours, and went on to make many times over that much, almost just short of $4 million total. Then the problems started, mostly due to seemingly, even despite all the money that the game made, that the Kickstarter made, it seemed like Inafune kept coming back and asking fans for more money, opening up another Kickstarter for more money for the project, already announcing a spin-off, Red Ash, an anime series of this, an anime adaptation of this, an anime adaptation of Red Ash, all of which they were still coming to the funders for Kickstarter money. And people at this point, people were starting to raise their eyebrows, saying, "What's going on?" Again, at the time he was doing this, this game was still in development, and he was already coming back with more Kickstarter campaigns for more money. So people were like, "What the hell's going on?" And then the trailers and the first actual footage of the game started coming out, and people were not impressed. The game was looking like PS2 type graphics and a rather strange control setting. That trailer by the American publisher Deep Silver did not help at all. Then the game finally released, and people were not happy with it. It did not live up to the hype that it had at the very beginning of the Kickstarter, and so people just shat all over this. The game's okay. It's not the successor we were hoping for. It's not a fantastic game, but it's far from the shittiest game ever too. So it's kind of middle of the road for me. It's got some good points, it's got some bad points, which we'll get into more as the game goes on. But without further ado, let's get started on this. As you can see, I've already Okay. Let's go ahead and, oh god, yeah. Normal is difficult enough. A good challenge, yeah, to say the least. And then, if you're all, oh yeah, one-hit death. That sounds like fun. If you're a masochist.
It is the present year.
Oh, it is it?
Breakthroughs in robotic technology have ushered in a new era of peace and prosperity. Violence is confined to the Battle Coliseum, where robot combatants face off in spectacular duels. Today,
so it's
the
like robot
Coliseum
Pokemon.
walls once again echo with the shouts and cheers of excited fans. When suddenly,
all hell breaks loose. Of course, since at the time I'm playing this now, Capcom has announced Mega Man 11, which is getting a lot better reception from fans now. Which will be coming out in just a couple more months now.
What on earth has happened? It's chaos everywhere. Well, we won't figure it out here. We must make for the laboratory, and quickly. Beck, you forge ahead and clear a secure path. I'll follow and monitor your progress. Yes, sir.
Okay, we have our protagonist, Beck. He has had some very lofty boots to fill in those of Mega Man's. Okay, he can grab ledges. Mostly has like very Mega Man controls, but we'll get into like one of the major gimmicks coming up. But first, another cutscene.
Once again, the president has declared a countrywide state of emergency. This based on reports of haywire robots rampaging out of control in all 52 states. I'm being told we have a comment from Gregory Graham, CEO of Cherry Dynamics. Cherry Dyne, of course, being the world's leading robot manufacturer. Let's go there now, live.
Attention! Attention! Is this thing on? My fellow Americans, in this time of crisis, we at Cherry Dyne would just like to express that this isn't our fault. It's that Dr. Blackwell. He's the one behind this. Blame him! We at Cherry Dyne are doing all we can to help fix the situation. It's Blackwell. Hello, is this thing on?
Avi?
And now let's go live to our Eye in the Sky Avi for today's Avi News Traffic Report.
Oh boy, is this guy a character.
As you can see, we've got a few accidents eastbound on, well, everywhere!
Mighty number 6! What does he think he's doing? Unless... Could he be malfunctioning too? Uh-oh. A security bot. And it's out of control, like all the others.
Yeah, it looks really out of control, doesn't it?
You'll need to fight your way through. You can handle this. I know you can. Professor, I'll do it.
Okay, so when you shoot an enemy and it gets weakened like that...
Beck, did you just absorb the cells of a weakened robot and... my goodness, assimilate them? Well, of course, I designed it with that capability, but I hadn't thought it functional yet.
See, when you weaken an enemy, you can then you can dash into it, and then you can absorb it for like a temporary stat boost. Either power, speed, defense, or
That's for
power, speed, defense, I thought there was one more.
Dr. Sanda's calling. Sanda, what's the matter?
What's the matter? What the bleeding heck do you think's the matter? Are you okay, Will?
Oh, fine. Fine. More or less. And yourself?
Less than fine. Much less. These robots gone wild are tearing the place apart. I've sealed myself in the lab. Who knows how long before they break through?
Understood. We're already on our way. You try to hold them off as best you can. Bring it on!
So with the whole dashing thing, it does feel more like Mega Man X than classic Mega Man.
Bring it on!
Great! Good! Clear!
Beck, no time to waste. Calculate the fastest possible route to the lab.
Here we go. Here we... That's more
Any
like...
of that purple crap, that purple electric crap is instant death, like the spike. Basically like the spikes in this game.
Here we go. Here we... Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, that was close.
Here we go. Here we go.
Right. Lab is just ahead. Sanda. Sanda, are you still there?
What was that?
A demolition unit. How on earth did it manage to get down there? Beck, quickly. You must stop it before it destroys the entire laboratory.
Rogerini. So this gives us a tutorial on boss fights. Once you get the boss down to a certain level, it'll be in that weakened state, and you'll again have to dash into it in order to actually, for the damage to actually stick. If you don't do this, then it'll eventually heal back some of that damage.
Come on. Step out of it. Now.
Mission clear!
Sanda, are you all right?
Will, Beck, thank goodness. But where are the other
What
mighty
kind of bondage
numbers?
shit did we walk in on?
Based on empirical evidence, I believe they might be suffering from this robot affliction that's going around.
No, actually, that's called.
Crikey.
Basically, this
It's like
game's
every
role.
plot in America went completely nuts all at once. Let me contact my brother at the head office in Tokyo. Maybe he can send help.
Dr. White and Dr. Sanda are basically like a composite of this game's
I'm
Dr.
sorry,
Light.
Soichiro. Please understand. The Japanese government won't let us intervene until we know the cause of the malfunctions.
I was afraid of that. But it makes sense. After all, any robots you send to help could be affected as well, making things even worse.
Just to confirm, Mr. Sanda, if we can isolate the cause of the robot rampage, we'll send aid?
Absolutely, Professor White. Anything we can do. Did you have a plan in mind?
Yes. We'll send Beck to track down all his fellow mighty numbers. Great idea! Wait, what?
Yeah, basically.
His assimilation ability should filter any irregularities from his siblings' program.
That's our great plan.
If we can
You
gather
kick
and
all the
study
robots'
multiple
asses.
samples, perhaps we can isolate the cause of the problem.
It's a long shot, but it's our only hope. The fate of the entire country hangs in the balance. I'll finish reactivating calls so she can provide support. Let's get to it.
Professor, Not to worry, Beck. This is well within your capabilities.
Go ahead and choose your next target.
Okay, here's our stage selector. First,
Attention! A new tip has been unlocked. New tips
Okay.
are added as the game progresses. Be sure to check back and view them
Call,
regularly.
Call has a very monotone voice, which I guess makes sense since she's a robot, but
Return to the title screen.
still.
New tips are added as the
Okay, yeah, this just tells you. This just gives you hints about the game. We can access challenges, which for now
All right,
let's just start
quit your
on.
lollygagging. It's up to us to stop those rampaging bots.
Indeed. So, okay, we have Fireman, Ice Woman technically. Crowsphere is technically a female. Elect Woman, Guts Man, Napalm Man, Gyro Man, Zero, and McCree from Overwatch. And this was some DLC content, I believe. Which, I don't know if we'll be getting to this part yet or not, but as for who to start with, for me personally, I prefer to start with Battalion.
All set, then?
System ready? Go!
What is this place?
Military base they shut down years ago. It should be all but empty inside.
This was one of the reasons that I like doing this level first is it was one of the first stages available in the beta version.
Those are clearly military bots.
It should have been scrapped as part of the disarmament. Was that all the government
Great!
needs? Then that means that Bat...
Good!
Here we go. Here we... That's more like...
Good!
That's more like...
Great!
You can score combos by assimilating multiple enemies at once, mostly just for points.
That's...
Good! Good! Sprinter!
That's more like it. That's more like it. The doors! I'm trapped!
Is that fear in your voice, Private Mac? A robot soldier does not feel fear.
Damn it.
A robot soldier does not feel pain. Now fight on like you got guns. Heck, we're working on unsealing those doors. Try to hold on.
Don't assimilate them quickly enough, they will heal.
Here we go.
Here.
That's more like it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
One nice thing in this game is that you can air dash continuously. There's no limit to how many times you can do it, unlike Mega Man X, where you can only do it normally once.
That's more like it.
It would be nice though if I could actually restore some HP by assimilating. Oh shit! That one pushed me down into it. But yeah, if assimilating enemies actually enabled me to restore some HP, that might make some of this a little bit easier.
Here we go.
Okay, this bit is tricky because we have to... Okay, we have to just destroy that, and then... Okay. Oh, wait a sec. Aw, shit, I blew it. Oh well.
Here we go.
Those things on the floor are mines. We don't want to step on those.
You got guts, maggot. I'll give you that. But you're too late. Attention all hands! Commence the invasion. Let loose the dogs of war. Charge!
Oh, damn it, where did you come from?
Of robots headed toward the city from your location.
What in tarnation? Is he trying to start a war? Back! You gotta hurry!
I'm trying there, Sonda. Keep your shorts on.
That's for... Here.
Now I think, do I have access to an E-tank yet? Or is that something I don't get until later?
That's more like it. That's more like it. That's more...
Alright, I think I'm here. Thank you.
So, maggot, you crawled all the way here. What is your major malfunction, Private Beck? Why would you try and stop this glorious war? Fighting is in our program. It's in our circuits. It's what we were made for. Battle is our destiny!
Okay, but Battalion is... I can usually get them all oh, damn it! Those little jumps, man. I'm gonna get screwed over by contact damage. Okay, we can get his health down. Oh! I jumped too early. Whoa! Oh.
Suppressing fire! Suppressing fire! Death from above! Covering fire! Fire at will! You'll have to do better than that!
Okay, here we go again.
Ready? Aim! Fire!
There we go. However, that shell is going to explode after a while.
War machine! A tool of senseless destruction!
No, Bat! I'm not like you! I'd never fight without good reason!
Yours is not why. You and die!
Good, got him.
Snap out of it! Now!
My army. The war must be stopped, Private Beck. Mission clear!
If that shell does go off, it has a really wide blast radius, and it deals a shit ton of damage. If not, just kill you outright usually. Okay, but we get his weapon, Mega Man style. It basically works a lot like the Crash Bomb from Mega Man 2. Really nice weapon to get early.
Jiminy! Atta boy, Beck! Come on, Will! Show a bit of enthusiasm!
Sanda and his catchphrases.
Perhaps you should show a bit of restraint, Dr. Sanda. This is only the beginning.
Yeah,
Cole, please transfer Beck's assimilated cell data over to my terminal. I want to begin my analysis and see if I can isolate the root of the malfunction.
Right away, Professor White.
Incidentally, Sanda, I caught a bit of news on the way here. The president of Cherry Dynamics was insisting the source of the incident is Dr. Blackwell.
What? Poppycock! Blackwell is a genius, but he couldn't possibly be behind this.
You must admit, there are similarities to his last plot to shut down every robot in America.
You mean how they both originated at the Battle Coliseum? But he was caught and arrested. Even Blackwell isn't clever enough to pull this off from inside a maximum security prison.
Indeed. I wonder why Mr. Graham seems so certain. Well,
yes.
Enough of that. There's data to sift through. Sanda, can you continue assisting Beck?
Absolutely. Let me know as soon as you discover anything. What should we tackle next?
Okay, so next one we should probably go for is Seismic. Although I am not looking forward to his level. By the way, you can actually look for advice here, and they'll actually, they kind of spoil the boss's weaknesses when advice appears here, and they basically tell you
all set
when the which boss is weak to the weapons you
The
have.
last signal we received from Mighty Number 4's transponder originated in that area.
Maybe he stopped transmitting because he stopped functioning. Do you think he might be...
Impossible. Mick is one of my most resilient designs. Proceed, Beck. With all due caution.
Yes, with all due caution, indeed. This level is full of that insta-death crap.
That's good! That's for the...
Warning! Beck's transponder signal is losing strength. We may lose our communication link.
Which might explain why we lost Mick's signal.
No! And then it can... The moving platform can crush you against the ceiling to insta-death as well.
Warning! Beck's transponder signal is losing strength. We may lose our communication link.
Which might explain why we lost Mick's signal as he went deeper inside. Carry on, Beck.
Roger that, Professor. That's more like it. Bring it on. 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 Huh?
Oh boy, we got this now.
Whoa. Professor? Professor, can you read me? Well, there's no turning back now. I've got to find Mick. That's more like it. That's more like it.
Take this, you pathetic pile of scrap. I meant toasters who were tougher than that.
Dad, what are you doing here?
Orders from the...
Yeah, the boss that we defeated before is, like, for example, Italian shows up here. That's another indication that, his... Oops, okay. Oh, no, yeah. That's it. Okay, no. Okay.
Tis Fire!
Nice. Actually got through that all right.
Forward now, Beck. Charge!
By the way, the weapons we get from the bosses do use energy, but it does gradually regenerate, which is pretty nice.
Mick! And still operational! Just as the professor predicted! You too? And I'm sorry, Mick. I've got to take you down.
Coming through.
Bastard.
Here goes! Here goes!
Coming through.
Here goes!
Coming through. Coming through, huh?
Just a bit more, Mick. We'll get you straightened out and back.
Oh shit! Oh, you son of a whore! That was some cheap shit. Okay, no more mercy for you this time.
Here goes! Down! Down! Here goes! Here goes! Just a bit more, Mick. We'll get you straightened out and back to the professor.
Coming through. Under construction. Up ahead.
Here goes! Down! Down!
There.
Come on! Snap out of it! Now!
Beck? Why Beck come? It's dangerous here.
Mission
Clear!
Okay, so Seismic's weapon is kind of like the charge kick, although a lot more out of control. I basically just turn into this, turn into this tank and dash around the place. Kind of hard to control.
Choose your next target.
But with that, I think this is a good place to stop. Next time, we will continue on with Mighty Number 9. I'll see you guys later.
I'm playing a game.